A guy like you, as vocal as you are, how are you still around?
So I spent my entire 7 months on solitary confinement. I went into Wood Hill prison and left without seeing another prisoner. I was on my own.
7 months you went and you didn't see a single person?
I was on my own, totally on my own. I don't want that to see anyone. When they brought me in...
But you know the article that I read that says a lifer was going to take you out.
So no, yeah, so the prison used that life, I would be dead with it if I was put into the normal prison population in Wood Hill. Wood Hill was a 40% Muslim population. They beheaded someone. Muslims beheaded someone.
In jail?
In jail. Took his head off. Do you know how they got his head off? They stabbed him up, and then they held him on a yard, and then they used bed sheets to get his head off. That's happening in prison. I don't think anyone understands what's happening. Do you know how the prisons run now in the UK? Say in the prison, Muslims control everything. Yeah. So everyone's converting to Islam. Everyone's converting. All the British criminals, all the blacks, all the whites, everyone just converts because you're safe if you convert because you could become one of the biggest gang. And then they run everything. And if a prison officer steps out of line with Muslims in jail, they put a hit on him. So then the prison officers are scared and fearful. They're getting stabbed. They're getting attacked. You saw recently, so basically, I come into Wood Hill prison for a civil offence. For a civil offence, you go home. You don't get 18 months in prison, then get transferred to a maximum security jail, and then they use the threat against me to put me on solitary confinement. Do you know what solitary confinement does? I've come out 10 days ago, and the last time I come out 10 days ago. I don't feel great. Yeah, I've gone straight back into what I'm doing, walking around like that, on edge, edgy, feeling weird, feeling everything. And we have a thing in the UK called the Mandela Rule from the United Nations, I think, or EU. The Mandela Rule was you're only allowed to spend 14 days in isolation because of the negative mental health impact that has. Yeah. After 14 days, it has to go to the government. So who was signing off holding me in solitary confinement for 7 months? It was the government. Every 42 days, I had to write my response to the government because I get an opportunity to write. So what I wrote in my response is, you're mentally going to break me, to try to destroy me. And I could see it. After a few weeks, it's probably about 8 weeks it took. After 8 weeks, I felt it. I'm ready to blow like that I was in my prison cell. And over anything, over a phone call. I'm worrying, panicking about my kids, about my family. I'm panicking about everything. And then I'm waiting. I'd wait all day. My phone would turn on at 6 o'clock and they just don't turn the phone on. So all these little things that can happen, there was no need for it. So I fill out a form every 42 days, which then is stamped by the government because the prison can't do it. Because of the adverse effect, I sat down with a psychologist in the first 2 weeks. I said, you're the expert. What's 9 months of solitary confinement going to do to me? She said, it's going to be devastating. I said, so why are you doing it? How are you doing it? I played a film. I'm panicked during it. And I'm panicking because the last time I'll come out of solitary confinement, it
probably saved your life, though.
Yeah, but they didn't have to put me in that jail. They put me in a maximum... That jail I was in, everyone's a murderer. Everyone's a terrorist. I'm in the maximum security prison facilities.
What was the place like when you were in jail?
So when they brought me in...
Like the room, how small of a room is it?
So segregation is where they put me. So there's a segregation unit. There's 16 cells here, 16 cells here. So if you stab someone in jail or kill someone or anything like that, you go to segregation, as a punishment. Segregation is not like a normal cell. It's basic. It just has a blue mat. Yeah, you have your blue mat and you have basic facilities because you can't smash anything. So your chair can't be a normal chair because you could break the leg off it because nothing can be breakable. Yeah, so you go to segregation. When they brought me in, they moved everyone out of this side. So they put me in a cell on my own, 16 cells.
They can't see you.
No, there's just me. There's no other prisoners there. Just me, 16 cells. I'd then go out onto an exercise yard.
No, what I'm saying is cells, no bars. This is closed. This is
closed.
Doors. Nobody can see anything you do. They bring the food from the bottom or...
They open your door past your food. So, but then, because I was a civil prisoner, they had to allow me out, which said, walk me from my cell at 8:30 in the morning. I'd walk through 22 doors, 22 locked doors, round the back, and they'd bring me to the jihadist unit. So within the prison system, they built special prisons within the prison to tackle the jihadists. And there's one at Wood Hill because it's a maximum security facility. So they bring me to the jihadist unit and they put me on the yard for 30 minutes on my own. So they'd lock me on the yard. I'd walk around for 30 minutes. Then they'd bring me in and there'd be a small room which would have an exercise bike and a running machine. And they'd put me in there for 2 hours. Now this unit that was built for the jihadists is the best. Yeah, this is where the terrorists go. Right? So I looked in the cells. It's like a hotel room. They're like a hotel room. They've got everything. Now, these are built for the jihadists. They're not like normal prison cells. They've got the best of everything. So I then argued, because I was eating tinned food, I then argued, why can't I stay on that? If that's empty, because it was empty, why can't I stay on there? and they wouldn't let me stand there. In the cooking facilities, they have big fridge freezers, cookers. They have all the facilities to cook for themselves. Now, 5 months into that prison sentence, I'm using that facility on my own. So I'm just on my own. I get locked there on my own, spend 2 hours, and they walk me back to my cell. I'll be back in my cell by 11:30. They'd lock the door. The next morning, they'd open the door again, at 8:30. So for 21 hours, I'm sitting on my blue mat. Yeah. So that's what I've gone from doing, sitting on that. But even when I'm out for the 2.5, 3 hours, I'm on my own. So I'm on my own, then I'm on my own. And I'm worried about this. And the reason I'm worried, because when I come out of jail 2019, I struggled massively. I struggled, man. And I said I went into jail one person, come out another. So I was panicking, thinking, I don't know how hard I'm going to be to adjust when I get out. I'm worried about it. And what's my crime? I haven't even committed a crime. My offence of playing the film is civil. So I'm on solitary confinement. Axel Rudikabana, the man who done the stabbing attack in Southport, he's not on solitary confinement. He's got a job in it. He's up on the wing. When I got transferred first to jail, I landed in Belmarsh. I was in this little unit for myself. He was up above. He was up above. So he's not in solitary confinement. He just attacked a prison officer with a hot boiling water full of a kettle. But 5 months into my sentence, Salman Abedi was the terrorist who attacked the Ariana Grande concert, blowing up 25 people in Manchester. So his brother, they're all on a unit in Franklin prison, 7 of them. And he stabbed 3 police officers in a terrorist attack 2 months ago. How'd he make a knife? He's out with 7 other prisoners. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm on solitary confinement. I'm currently the only prisoner in the UK system because they're not allowed to. So they have to let you have human interaction with other prisoners. But the government, I was prosecuted not by the police. The government prosecuted me, the Attorney General, which is why people say it's political. It was political. The government prosecuted me. The government signed off every 42 days. So and I probably don't help myself. Every 42 days, I write a response saying, this is what you're doing. This is meant to be your last resort. You shouldn't be doing this. I should be at home. Criminal prisoners are given half time. Then they're allowed home on home detention curfew. They wouldn't allow any of that from me. I had to sit the whole time on solitary confinement. And last week, before I got out, I got my last form to fill out because I'd hit another 42 days. And it goes to Shabina Mahmood, who's the prison justice minister for the Labour government. And in that, I wrote my last final response, which was 3 in a week. My next documentary, this one I'm going to work on now. Labour's Islamic rape gangs is coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So, and I sat there, that's what's going then back to Labour government. So that was my response back. So I'm sitting there thinking, they're going to get this letter, and they should be worried, because I know what I'm going to show the public.
Whether you agree with Tommy or not, guess what? You can now get a hold of him on Minect. He will respond back on Minect. You can simply download the app. He's officially on there. Ask him any question. You agree with him. You don't agree with him. An article, something you saw, but now you can get direct contact with Tommy Robinson on Minect.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.